Hi everyone. Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling is the official soft drink partner of the Raiders and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. That comes from a representative that works for Edelman Public Relations in Chicago, who was brought to me by Coca-Cola Public Relations here in Atlanta. Let me explain. On May 13th, after I was contacted by a follower on Twitter that, by their explanation, the person who was a Twitter follower, Coca-Cola was going to sponsor Las Vegas Stadium. I reached out for confirmation of that news directly to Coca-Cola Public Relations here in Atlanta. Two people whose names I will not mention, except to say that one is Matt and the other is Jeff. They didn't know anything about it. Matt responded first. Then he said, "Jeff, do you know anything about this?" Neither did. I called them. We had a phone conversation, which basically repeated that I was contacted on multiple occasions via Twitter by a fan who didn't want to identify himself, who claimed he had inside information that this Coca-Cola sponsorship was going to happen and that I should publish it as such. I did not do so because I don't know who the person is. Not that I would use the person's name at all, but I wanted confirmation the person was truly an insider, and therefore I could say an insider with knowledge of the situation informed me that. I couldn't do that. I didn't know if this person worked for Coca-Cola. I didn't know who this person worked for, or a bottling company. Stay tuned. So, when it was finally announced that Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling is the official soft drink partner of the Raiders and Allegiant Stadium, and I say that for a reason, I became curious because others, including the person that originally contacted me, said, "See, Coca-Cola is sponsoring Las Vegas Stadium." So I sought to get confirmation because what I expected to hear was from Coca-Cola, "We are sponsoring Las Vegas Stadium." That is not the case. I have asked repeatedly the same question in both Coca-Cola Public Relations and then Edelman. Coca-Cola Public Relations, Matt, passed me to Edelman. And I'm not going to use this person's name because it's a bit too unusual and one will figure it out. But what this person explained to me is this. I said that I originally reached out to Coca-Cola in May to confirm what one Raider fan who claimed to have insider information on was a sponsorship by Coca-Cola. The Raiders fan bugged the blank out of me, no other way to put it, on Twitter and swore that Coca-Cola would sponsor Las Vegas Stadium. The fan refused to give me his real name or any proof why he had this information that others did not. But he kept driving his point. Even then, I didn't formally report that a deal was happening. Note, he did not say anything about a bottling company, just Coca-Cola. So when the deal was actually announced, I was asked to comment on it. I followed the stadium's development and financial position. My background enables me to do this better than pretty much anyone else in media. I took note of the firm Reyes and realized that it's not Coca-Cola, but a firm that does business with Coca-Cola. Big difference. Thus, it's not accurate to say Coca-Cola is sponsoring Las Vegas Stadium. Yes or no. Thank you, Zenny. And I also thank you very much for reaching out, and thank you, Max, for your help. The Edelman representative that is working on behalf of Reyes responded in this way. Happy to clarify. It is correct to say that Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling is set to be the official soft drink partner of the Raiders and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Period. And I responded, "Hi. Thus, not correct to say Coca-Cola itself, ? was this a founding partner sponsorship or a regular sponsorship? Normally, that would be noted, but I didn't see that. My contact at Edelman responded in this way. This is a regular partnership. In other words, it is not a founding partner sponsorship. And I responded with thank you. So that should solve the problem and answer the question for you. It is not a Coca-Cola sponsorship, and it is not a founding partner sponsorship. What that means is this. First of all, it basically means it's not as much money as one would be led to think if they heard that Coca-Cola was sponsoring it and it was a founding partner sponsorship. A founding partner sponsorship generally leads to expenditures in the area of $400 million to $200 million. This is not that. This is more in the area of perhaps 30 million. It's multi-year, but not anywhere near at all the founding partner sponsorship level that dramatically moves the needle in terms of finances required to help pay for construction at Allegiant Stadium. That's why this is a big deal. It's a big deal that it's a small deal. I reached out to another person, actually, Vital Vegas, who's got the best blog, I think the best media outlet in Las Vegas, and he observed that he didn't understand why people weren't really biting, okay? And he and I have had this conversation before. So, and I responded that I thought it was because the ask was too high. That in the case of what became the naming rights agreement for Allegiant Airlines, with Allegiant Airlines, excuse me, the original ask, regardless of the taker, was $600 million. This is in the neighborhood of $400 million. And there are a number of people who can't understand why, not just Vital Vegas, why these sponsorships are not just flying off the shelves for Allegiant Stadium. And it's leaving the Raiders about the $600 million short of where they need to be. And keep in mind, we're headed into October. The stadium ostensibly is to be finished a year from now. If you look at comparable stadiums like Mercedes-Benz Dome, where the Atlanta Falcons play, or Minnesota Vikings US Bank Stadium, to name two of a number of examples of new NFL stadiums, they had their sponsorships buttoned up a full year before they opened. Las Vegas Stadium and the Raiders only have 7 sponsorships. And of those 7, 5 are founding partner sponsorships. But by comparison, the Falcon Stadium has 14 sponsorships. Not all of them founding partner. But of those that are founding partner, they are big names like BMW, Porsche, Mercedes, SunTrust. You get the idea. They're national names. The Raiders are hard-pressed to land a national brand sponsor. And when they have, they've been national brand sponsors that had headquarters or a significant presence in Las Vegas. Most notably Caesars and, of course, Allegiant, both of which have headquarters in Las Vegas. So there's a problem here. And in subsequent videos on this, I'm going to explore more precisely what the problem is. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube.